Hello friends, welcome to this channel. So in today's video we will be diving into one of the most essential topics in the PowerApps interview, that will be the notification and alerts. So if you are preparing for a PowerApps interview or looking to strengthen your skills, this video is for you. And here we will cover the key interview questions, break down the concepts, and provide insightful answers to help you understand how notification and alerts are managed in the Power Apps. So from in-app notification to integrating this with the external alert system, we have got you covered. So whether you are a beginner or a seasoned professional, so stay tuned as we explore the critical role of the notification and the alerts into the Power Apps application. At last, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Power Apps interview tips and tricks. So let's get started one by one. So here the first question is, what are the notification and alerts in the Power Apps and how are they used? So notification and alerts in the Power Apps are the mechanism that provide the real-time feedback or updates to the user based on the certain actions or the conditions within the app. And by the notification you can inform the users about the success, failure, warning or the updates, and it definitely is going to improve the user experience by providing the immediate information to him. And notification are typically brief, means it should be short, visual message should be displayed on the screen, means it can be displayed on the screen for a few seconds, and that can be also configurable in the Power Apps. Alerts may require the user interaction such as the confirmation or the acknowledgement. So it will show like a dialog box. In Power Apps, notification can be implemented using the function like notify for the immediate feedback or by integrating the push notification for more system level alerts. Next question is, how can you implement a basic notification into the Power Apps? So a basic notification can be implemented by using the notify function, and definitely this function will display a message to the user for a few seconds at the top of the screen. And we can use it by using this parameter notification, then message, then notification type. For example, you can create notify, and here you need to give the message data saved successfully, and what will be the notification type. So notification type here will be success, so notification type dot success. And after that, when the user will see, the message will come like this: data saved successfully is the message. Notification type is the success, shows a green notification for the successful action. So whenever there will be a successful action, a green notification will come. Okay, you can optionally select a timeout after which the notification should disappear from the user interface. Next question, what are the different types of notification into the Power App? How do you differentiate them? So Power Apps support various type of notification types, and these are the visually categorized based messages based on their nature. So generally there are four type of notification. One is the success, another is the error, next one warning, and fourth one is the information. So in the success we need to use notification type dot success, and it will basically indicate the successful action, and it will show by using the green notification. Notification type dot error, it indicate any error or failure happen into the application. It will show in the red notification. So green, this color you don't need to define at any place, it by default will come from the Power Apps. Notification dot warning, it indicate a warning and it will come in a yellow notification. Notification type dot information, that will be used for the informational message, and it will come in a blue notification color. So suppose you want to show some warning message, so for that we have given the example. You need to call notify, in the double quotes you need to define the message whatever you want to show here. Please fill out all the required fields, and notification type will be the warning. Okay, so this will come into the yellow notification. On the base of that notification type, the color will be decided. The choice of notification type ensures that user can easily differentiate between the critical and non-critical message. How can you use push notification in the Power Apps, and when should they be used? So what is the push notification? Push notification into the Power Apps basically allow you to send the alert to user device even when the app is not actively learning. So these notifications are typically used for the time sensitive updates or reminders such as approval request in a workflow. Suppose you require any approval, so push notification you can send to the approver. New messages or alerts about system change. If any system change is happening, then new message or alerts should went to the user. Reminder for the task or appointment. If any user have set any task or reminder, task or appointment, okay, so in that case, that user should get the reminder by using the push notification. So how we can use the push notification? Here we have given the steps. Integrate with the Power Automate to trigger a push notification based on an event. Use the send push notification action in the Power Automate flow. So in the Power Automate flow, you will find one action with the name send push notification, which is connected to a Power Apps app. For example, in the Power Automate, create a flow that send a push notification when a new record is added into the SharePoint list. So whenever any new record get inserted or added into the SharePoint list, then a push notification should go to the user, and the flow can be triggered from the Power Apps using a flow button. How do you handle the user interaction with alerts or confirmation dialogues in the Power App? So basically, whenever we set the notification, there is a one pop-up type of thing comes on the top of the screen, and that will act as a dialog box. So Power Apps doesn't have a built-in support for modal dialogues, means confirmation box like yes, no, agree, disagree. However, you can create a custom dialog box using visible and the hidden controls like labels, text input, and the buttons according to your requirements. So how you will create the confirmation dialog for the user interaction? Here we are giving the details. So you need to use a pop-up container or a separate screen with a text like, are you sure you want to delete this record? And the button should be yes and no. So you need to take one label, and after that you need to take the two buttons yes and no. Show the pop-up when a delete button is clicked by toggling the visible property of the container, and on select property of the yes button you need to execute this action, and this pop-up will come to the user when that user click on the delete button, and hide the pop-up afterwards. And how you will hide this? If confirm visible equal to false, update context confirm visible colon true. So by this way you have to write. What are the best practice for using notification and alerts in the Power Apps to ensure good user experience? Here we will see what are the best practices for using the notification and alerts. So first one will be use clear and concise message. So whatever notification you want to show, that should be clear and it should be user friendly, and user should be able to understand that notification. So notification should be short and it should provide the enough information within a deadline that user should be able to understand. Categorize notification. Notification should be categorized on the base of the success, error, warning. So on the base of that, the every notification should be categorized. So here you need to define notification type dot success or dot error or dot warning. Avoid overuse. So too many notifications should not be used into the app, because it will be annoyed for the end user. Provide next step. If any error or warning occurs, then provide the users with guidance on how to resolve it. So next step should be always there so that users should be able to understand that what that need to be done after this step. Ensure accessibility. Notifications should be visible and clear by using the significant contrast for the users with the visual impairment. How can you customize the look and feel of the notification into the Power App? While PowerApps does not allow much customization of the built-in notify function, but yeah, you can create your own notification by using the labels, icons, or the container. And this give you the more control over the appearance and the behavior of that. So how you can design the custom notification? So for designing the custom notification, you need to first create a label with the text of notification. What notification you want to show, just set into the text property of the label. Then change the label property like fill, background color, and the color means text color, and font to customize the appearance. And here you need to use the timer control that will automatically hide the notification after a certain time. So how you will write into the code, update context, show custom notification equal to true, and immediately timer will start. So this method allow you to display the notification that fit into the your app design theme and the brand. How can Power Automate be integrated with the Power Apps for sending the email alert? So here you need to send the email alert. So Power Automate can be integrated with the Power Apps to send the email alerts that is based on the user actions. On which action you want to send the mail to the user. When a form is submitted or certain threshold are met or exceeded. So what steps you need to follow to do this? First, you need to create a flow in the Power Automate that trigger a specific action like a button click in the Power Apps. And once the user clicks on that button, then an email should be sent by using the flow. And call this flow from the Power Apps using the Power Apps connector. How you will call the flow? You need to define set, then response, and the flow name dot run whatever parameter required for to the flow that you need to provide here, parameter 1, parameter 2. This question and answers cover the essentials of the notification and alerts into the Power Apps. How can you manage real-time notification into the Power Apps? So let's first understand what is real-time notification. So real-time notification can be achieved into the Power Apps by leveraging the external services and integrating the Power Apps with tools like Power Automate and the Azure Notification Hub. So Power Apps on its own is more focused on the user triggered notification rather than real-time. And it also sends a server push notification. For real-time updates, these steps should be involved. Polling. You can set up a timer into the Power Apps that check for the updates periodically. Means you can set it runs on the every few seconds or every minutes, and and it will keep querying to the data source to check that if anything new update is there or not. So when a new data is available, you can notify the user using the notify function or custom notification methods. Power Automate. Set up a flow to trigger when certain action happen, like a new item is created into the SharePoint or that any database update happen. In this case, you need to send a push notification or in-app notification into the Power Apps. Last one is the integration with the other services. So for true real-time notification, you could integrate Power Apps with services like Azure Notification Hub, or you can use the webhook to trigger actions into the real time. And it basically requires the advanced setup and connecting the Power Apps with an external data source. How you trigger the notification from a Power Automate flow to the Power Apps users. So to send the notification for a Power Automate flow to Power Apps user, you can use the send a push notification. And this action is you will find available into the Power Automate. By using this one, you can notify the users for important updates or any changes when they are not actively using the app. What should be the steps to implement this one? First, create a flow. So in Power Automate, create a new flow with the trigger that is based on any event like new item creation into the SharePoint or any submission into the Power Apps. Then you need to use the send push notification. So using the send push notification action to deliver a message to the Power Apps user. And you can target a specific users or the user group by their email address. So what is the syntax for that one? Send push notification, then you need to type the message new task assigned to you in the app. Here you will provide the app name, task manager app, and here you will provide the email ID, and after that you will trigger the flow. So in Power Apps you can call this flow using the run method that is triggering the notification based on in-app action. So by this way you can use the real-time notifications. How would you use a timer control that manage the notification into the Power Apps? So timer control in the Power Apps can be used to automatically trigger or hide the notification after a specific duration. It is useful for the dismissing the notification after a few seconds from the user interface. So what are the steps for implementing this one? Timer control. First you need to add a label control to the notification message. Then you need to add a timer control to your screen. And in the timer control you can do this settings. Duration, you can define the duration in the timer control. It can be millisecond or second. Auto start you need to set into the timer control. If you are setting true, then it will run or it will start automatically and a notification is triggered. Repeat, you need to set it false so that it runs only one notification. On timer end, this is also a property of the timer. Here you need to define the visual property of the notification label, and you need to define false and true on the base of that. So what is the example for that one? If timer one dot value is equal to 3000, update context show notification to false. Here you need to update this one. So by using this approach, you can create the notification experience for the user when any message you want to show, and after that, after some time, you want to disappear this message from the user interface. Can Power Apps send notification through the email? And how would you implement? So yes, Power App can send a notification through the email. For that, you need to integrate the Power Automate by or using the Office 365 Outlook connector. Sending email into the Power Apps is useful when you need to notify the users about any critical information like approvals, status update, or any feedback or submitted form. So there are two ways to send the email: by using the Power Automate or by using the Office 365 Outlook connector. By if you want to use the Power Automate, so for that first you need to create a flow in the Power Automate and you need to use the send email action. After that you need to trigger the flow into the Power Apps with the any certain action occur, like form is get submitted or button is clicked. And you need to define flow name dot run on the button click. Email recipient you need to give subject and body, whatever you want to send. And next one is the by using the Outlook connector. Here you need to use the Office 365 Outlook dot send email function. So what value we need to give here? Mail ID, then task update, what is the notification, and your task has been updated successfully or whatever you want to show. So email notification are effective when user need to notified outside the app or when you require the detailed formatted communication. What are the limitations of the notification into the Power Apps? This is a good question. So Power Apps basically provide the basic notification capability, and there are multiple limitations like limited customization. You cannot do more customization there. So notify function in the Power Apps basically offer a limited customization in terms of design or the placement or the duration. And if you need to do the custom look and feel, then you need to create the manually notification components by using the controls like labels, containers or the timers. There is no built-in dialog support. PowerApps doesn't have any built-in support for the model dialogues like pop-up, and it act like a standard alert box. So for it to implement this, you must create the custom dialogues using the containers and the control. Real-time notification. PowerApps does not natively support the real-time push style notification. For these, you need to integrate the external services such as Power Automate or the Azure Notification Hub. Push notification require the Power Automate. So to send a push notification to the user device, you need to use the Power Automate, and you need to use that push notification action. So this definitely will add the complexity and can result in additional cost for the premium Power Automate users. But despite these limitations, PowerApps remains flexible and can handle most common notification scenario with the right setup. Can you schedule a notification into the PowerApps? So PowerApps itself doesn't support any scheduling notification directly, but yeah, this functionality can be achieved by integrating the PowerApps with the Power Automate or external tools like Azure Logic App. So to schedule, if you want to schedule a notification, what will be the steps? You need to create a flow into the Power Automate, sorry, and that should be a timer based. So in the Power Automate, there is an option that you can create a schedule job. So at a scheduled time, you can define other recurrence you can define, and you can configure the flow that run on the desired schedule. Means it can run on the weekly, daily, monthly, and after that you can send a push notification or you can send the email action to notify the users based on a schedule. What is the example of the schedule flow? Suppose you want to need to send a reminder email or the notification that could be sent daily at 9 a.m. for the pending task or the approval. So in Power Apps, you can also set up timers to check the time or the trigger events based on the specific user actions. But the most reliable way is to schedule the alerts to the Power Automate. So thank you friends for watching this video, and I am hoping you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And definitely I will appreciate each and every one of our subscribers. So until next time, take care and stay awesome. Thank you so much.